Question number 13. You are working on a project which involves substantial documentation and content creation for user manuals and transitioning. Your baseline plan has allocated a budget specifically for these activities, these documentation activities. Recently, you have become aware of new AI tools that might enhance the productivity of the documentation and content creation process. While these tools could offer improvement, they also might necessarily necessitate additional licensing expenses. Given this information, what should be your next step? Great. So, general context, we have a baseline scope, we have a work breakdown structure. That work breakdown structure contains information related to documentation work that is coming towards the later stage of the project. And it's a baseline, it's an approved project schedule as well as project scope as well as budget. And now along the way, you discover an opportunity which can help you in reducing your time and cost. But cost maybe yes, depending upon what is the licensing cost. That's a one question coming in. But you see the opportunities there. And what should you do? So in general, as a project manager, we should keep looking for options, opportunities, so that we can save some money. So that's a great idea. I should pursue this. But how? What should be my steps? Let's see the options. Option A, raise the risk in the risk registers to involve the appropriate stakeholders. Great point. Yeah. What is risk? There could be a positive risk and there could be a negative risk. This question specifically I designed to make sure that you recognize this is a risk because it's an opportunity risk. So I see an opportunity and I want to work on that opportunity. I better record the opportunity so that I can plan the response strategy for it and then implement that response strategy and do something about it. So A looks great option. Let's see if we get a better than this, but seems to be this is the great. Option B, send an email to the sponsor and ask for an approval of new license. Now here we are assuming that rest of the things are taken care. I am in the agreement of exploiting it and I just need more money. Now, first thing is that you probably, even if you need a money, can't it come directly from your baseline because you are going to save the money. Yeah, so there is an adjustment, replanning is needed rather than you need additional money. You have not probably done a whole due diligence before you can jump on directly spending this money. So it looks like an act which might be there once you do a proper analysis of this whole path, this particular risk. But looks like the B is directly jumping into the action mode. Yeah, let's see the C option. Send your team member for the training on the AI tool. Maybe a great idea, provided you want to understand the impact and the opportunity involved with the risk. So once I register a risk, I need to do a little bit analysis of it. What is the probability of exploiting this opportunity? How much time, money it will take? How much time and money we can save with it? And in order to do the risk analysis or quantitative or qualitative risk analysis, you might need to know more about that risk. And for that, you may send your team member there. But it is a process of doing the analysis of the risk. Yeah. So that's C. But probably I need to record the risk first, then analyze it, then plan response a strategy for it. So this is a little advanced step. Option D, replan the documentation activity with the fewer people, factoring in the use of AI tools. So it is like a final step. Yeah. So once I recognize the opportunity, once I analyze it, and based on that, I probably exploit it. So this particular D option is saying exploit it. You have already taken an exploit view where you want to make it as a reality. And since you are exploiting it, you have taken care of all the cost and then you replanning it and saying, okay, this is how we will work. So it is like a final thing which we are using it. Probably this is what you end up doing. But here in the question itself, we don't see the whole process of identification, analysis, and response strategy is completed. Yeah, the question is not saying that you have identified the exploit response strategy for this risk and you want to just go ahead with that. That part is not clear. So as usual, we need to identify all the four things. All looks great, possible ideas, but what should I do first? And based on the first, I probably end up doing something else. So in this particular process, A looks the great idea because I need to just acknowledge the opportunity right now. And as we said before, acknowledgement doesn't mean that I'm not doing anything about it. It means I'm seriously looking at it and I will take care of it as per our agreed process. So in this particular case, I will go with option A, and that also fits into our acknowledge, analyze, act formula. Probably you are already familiar with now. I see the poll results. Yeah, I can see that a lot of vote were going to option D. It is little too much assumption involved when we go directly to D. There could be a security risk involved to using of this tool. There might be a contractual obligation where we might be working for someone and they may not agree for such kind of tool uses. There could be confidentiality involved. I have an opportunity, but I'm not sure I'm going to use it. That information is not given there. And that's why I can't jump to saying that I will use it because I need to go through the formal agreement and the stakeholder engagement. That's why the option A in this particular case is the suitable one.